Anyway, hi everyone, welcome in. It's time for Dark Rain. I'm TheNatchan. I run this channel. Alright, cool. Yes, welcome to Dark Rain. We are missing a couple people today, but we're here anyway. Cause it'd be like that. I'm TheNatchan. I play Danriel, our anger management struggling barbarian. Yeah, and I'm gonna make it a little different today. I'm gonna throw it up to Jay.
I'm getting hold the second ones. I play Adra. I'm Vicious J. Sad three wolves howling in the moon hours. Very excited for today. Very small, intimate group. Yeah. Bill.
It's your bitch. How you doing, everyone? It's just on the villain plane, ethereal. Your dark, broody. I'm not going to say dark skinned because that's incorrect, but dark furred, Tabaxi. Who's just, a few shades of crazy, but we like that.
Do we like that?
I do because I'm not normal. Oh. But I'll throw it on over to Dolly.
Hey! It's the other bitch. What's up? We're living on no sleep in a dream. No fucking sleep in a dream. Let's recap. Nat, slap us with a real quick, hard and dirty.
Why you gotta make it weird?
I'm preparing to play Olvar. Leave me alone.
Last time on Dark Rain, we had a little bit of sneaky, but a whole lot of combat. Part of the sneaky included getting our new Quagoth friend out of the imprisonment. And he joined us in combat. During combat, Adra found herself in the Feywild for a little bit and had a really interesting and thought-provoking emotional scene with Mir. Meanwhile, in combat, our boy Ethereal kind of lost himself again for a second and attacked and killed Caldrian, and then was taken out by the last standing Dark Elf. And so took out the Dark Elf, and then we brought our party members back up from the dead and dying. And then the Wyvern that we were in combat for, so that's the roaring we've been hearing the past couple sessions, turns out they have a humanoid form in which he introduced himself as Caius. And that's where we ended. So that's our short, sweet, dirty recap.
Yeah, good job. Perfect. All right. I need the three of you. It's going to take some major adjustments to make a group perception check, please.
Absolutely atrocious at this. Wonderful.
We like that.
Perception.
Exactly as my passive. say 16.
That'd be a what? It's 5. $32, so 37. I helped.
You did help. Good job.
Participated, yeah.
You did help. Good job.
All right. Sorry about that. Had to answer a whisper. Okay. Oh boy. I'm reading some of the notes I left in for myself. We're gonna adjust this on the fly. Because there's only 3 of you.
Hell yeah.
All right, so bear witness to the powers of improv and capability, friendship, and My Little Pony death. I'm gonna keep pushing that until we play that game. The 3 of you and Caius stand in a lull of an awkward silence. Seconds before Caldrian faints. And as he drops onto Glyph, subsequently Glyph falling on the ground, there is this pool. At first you think it's blood, but upon further examination, especially near you, Adra, it is a brackish water. And blooming inside are large spider lilies. But they are only a reflection. The water makes a splashing sound, which draws everyone's attention that stepped away from the puddle of Ulvar, Adra, Caldrian, etc. And Caldrian lets out this throaty, guttural sound. Only for Glyph to say, he's still breathing. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. And Glyph listens to his chest and listens to his breathing. With your group perception as well, you've discerned, for all intents and purposes, Caldrian is fine. Just unconscious. In a puddle of water with reflected spider lilies that aren't actually in the room with you.
Interesting.
And then that deep voice of your new found companion. Does he do that often?
Pass
Dying,
out
yeah.
of.
Not this.
This is true. Dying is pretty common for him, but just passing out, that's not so much.
Could I do like an examination of him? Like maybe see
Can't
if
you
there's
roll
anything beyond?
a medicine or an arcana? Glyph is giving you the help action, so you have advantage.
I'm gonna do medicine. Like check on like maybe even like irises and stuff.
Sorry. My dice just
There was no rolling.
It's just like,
to give me a shit roll too. An 8. Oh, if he's helping me, is that advantage?
Yes.
Okay,
A lot better.
16.
He's fine. However, he seems to be talking to someone. But it isn't in a language that you're able to place.
I guess I turn to Olvar. Has he done this before?
Yeah,
Here?
plenty of times. Yeah. Sometimes he'll be taking a piss and then just pass out in the corner and start speaking in tongues, eyes rolled back, seizure, crazy nonsense.
Were there spider lilies in his piss or something? Like, I don't think that's the same.
Yeah, that's new. I don't know. Maybe he's infected by jellies too. Maybe his insides are melting kind of like Sylvis's in mine were, you know?
I feel like we would
mean,
have
we
seen
can-
signs of that already.
Yeah. I mean, we can't just leave him here.
Yeah,
Like
I'll
in the-
carry him. With that, Olvar is carrying Caldrin, but Caius, what is your plan now? You have come this far. You hear the pit behind you make this breathing in, sucking sound, and the crunching of eating, snapping bone.
I think our immediate plan should probably be not going anywhere near that, gesturing at the pit.
Indeed. They are feeding it.
Do you know what it is?
He nods.
Can you educate me on what it is?
He, oh. I believe in the common tongue. It is called a demon.
Oh, good. We should definitely leave then. I guess our next course of action is just to try and I hadn't thought beyond saving who we were like
I
This
was
is
hoping at
embarrassing.
least that this would result in finding some sort of way out here when we ran into you, but apparently there's no offense to just referring to you as you. There's also a demon pit from hell, which for the Underdark just seems to fit otherwise. I was hoping there'd be a way out here, but
There is a way out.
oh, wonderful. Would you know how to get the hell out of here?
You have to wait for the demon to recede, and you take the pit.
Oh, okay, so we're playing chicken with a demon while it naps.
Yes. I do not know what this chicken is.
It's like a game where you kind of investigate one of your friends, seeing if you're going to kiss and you have the same gender and you're not sure if they're going to do it, but you kind of just play that game of chicken, if you will.
I only know of the animal called chicken. They
I
are
know
very tasty.
they are tasty, I do give you that, but this is kind of like, I guess more of an act or an action, so it's kind of, I would say in more of a normal explanation, seeing who's going to deviate from the path before they collide. That's the game of chicken, if you will.
He's got like there's like a serpentine motion, even though he looks vaguely tiefling as he leans forward to you. Strange. And he's just like examining you really intently, and then his inner eyelid, much like lizards, like snaps closed vertically. And then he pulls back in a serpentine way, and you can see him writing on his hand. Just really quick, like, chicken is gay.
That's the quote for the session, guys. Chicken is gay.
Chicken is gay. Can we have
is
that as a
gay.
title for the video? Chicken is gay.
As he's like examining me, I'll just in like not in like a mocking way, but kind of like a cheeky way. Do you want me to do a little twirl while you look at me? Maybe strip naked to get a better look.
That would cause him to like jerk back in an incredibly wyvern cat-ish serpentine way, and his already red dusky cheeks get a little redder.
Cute.
Why would you do that?
Didn't hear a no.
Olvar's like, you should do it. I've got 1 silver piece. Hold on. He puts his hand in his eye. Okay, I think I have one. And he pulls it out, and it's, oh, never mind. It's a sapphire. Woo! Naked. I do a beat for you. Boots and cats and 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 boots.
I sandwiches list. Before we before we go anywhere, healing who needs assistance, and the second one, I would like to change the arrangement a little bit. As much as I know you're capable, Ulvar, maybe it's gonna be easier if our Quagoth friend would carry Caldrin. I think is gonna be easier for him.
Me carry Caldrin, good, yes.
I will offer like one of the bondages from my hand, like from the rope. We'll make a little
Caldrin,
backpack
skinny,
out of him.
easy carry.
You don't even have to worry about it. It's like if we make like a
Make
an
like a
X
make it
shape.
like a baby carrier.
You
for
yeah.
carrier.
Okay. Yeah.
I really hope
It's them all
he
strapped
feels
in.
that
So-
he gets a hit to his ego when he's like realizes in what position he's in.
So on the back of the Quagoth is Sylvis, and on the front is Caldrin.
We've got them both strapped on.
Yeah.
Roll sleight of hand, Adra, with advantage. Glyph is giving you the help action.
While she's strapping those two in,
Trapping young gentleman.
Go ahead.
23.
Yeah. Ooh,
23.
Okay.
Yeah.
nice.
At this point, you're kind of strapping them on.
They're secure.
I would ask Ulvar, in your magic pocket of an eye, do you by chance have a shield in there?
You need one?
I'm much better with one.
You are?
I mean, that's my preferred style of fighting is
Well, you
with
just
one.
with the biting and the clawing and the tail, I just didn't, it doesn't really strike me as like, I have a sword and a shield. Strikes me as a rip and tear until it is done.
Yeah, that's a new development.
Oh,
But I'm not
very
entirely
new,
like very
like-
new.
like the last week new. It's been like a month of just like lots of not being in the cell for me. If you pick me up and hold me like a baby for a few minutes, I will absolutely look for shield for you. A piece.
What was all these men and up?
Okay.
Why is every demand you have just odd and strange?
Because that is my middle name. Ulvar Odinstrange.
Without any warning, she'll just scoop him up, princess style.
Oh! Oh! Okay, roll athletics. He's definitely not expecting it.
The screaming.
Oh!
You want athletics?
Mm-hmm.
23.
Yeah, he does. Oh! As you pick him up, and he like holds on to you like a little scared, and then after a minute, he grins. All right, that's oh, you're very strong. Very nice. He's rubbing your like your shoulder, and like you know, you can put me down though.
Sets
Just
him
keep your
down.
mouth shut, or otherwise he might shove his fingers in there.
No, that's just you.
Then I'm even more offended.
She'll set him down.
All right, shield. Okay, hold on. He rummages in the eye.
If you don't have anything, it's fine.
No, I do. I have something. And you hear ting, 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 and this like
Shh.
sparkling sound. Caius actually like arches his back, like what is that? And like steps back a little,
Like a cat.
and he pulls out a shield, just a basic ass shield, wooden, but it will do what a shield will do.
Perfect.
Ah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I don't know how effective it is against fire, but it will keep arrows at bay at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be effective against fire per se. I feel like if I have what I am more used to, then maybe I do not have to rely on this new beast that I am unsure of.
So, are we going to long rest here, or go back to our cell, or jump into the gaping hole pit and sleep there?
Well, I don't think the demon has receded yet.
Hold on, let's listen. No, probably not.
There is a place closer by where we found. I don't remember. I know the Quegos name. I know it, but I don't remember.
I feel like it's
How-
Theodore.
No, yeah, I know it's Theodore. I'm just like, does my character know
Oh.
his name is Theodore?
He'll
Yeah.
introduce himself now. He'd be like,
Yeah,
hello.
I'm like, sorry. How do we call you? I don't want to call you the Quagoth all the time.
My name is Theodore. I am
Oh.
the third of my name.
Oh.
Theodore the Third.
Yes, but just Theo is fine. And he's like cradling his little sleepy packages, you know, little babies.
It is very nice to meet you, Theodore.
And you see that he like has this like head shake, and it's definitely something that catches your attention in specific, Adra. Being a druid, you're quite familiar with shifters of a variety. And there's just something nagging at the back of your mind when you look at Theodore. But you can't quite place it yet. And then, before you're able to make a roll on it or anything, Kaya says, "We should get going. More drow will come."
If we want to rest, the closest area we could kind of have a little nook is Theodore's cage. I think that was like a very small area, but if they're gonna come to this area, they're gonna find us. So I don't know.
Along our way, did we see any other than by Theodore's cell? Were there any other like little side passages that we might have noticed that I'm not
There are
remembering?
several passages that tunnel off into the dark. They could be just as dangerous
Right.
as the pit.
So, I mean, we could go back to the cell, but then we run the risk of being locked up again. So I don't necessarily want to rest there.
There could be another passage tunnel, if you will, around the general area where our cell was, so we could try exploring that. Potentially waiting for the demon to recede, since it's going to be a while till it's nap time. Only idea I really have. I mean, if we stay in the Theo's cell, then we'll run the risk of all being together once again.
I think if we can find even like a little area that we can barricade, even like a giant boulder to like close in the entrance, because I think we have more than enough strong people here to do it, but just
So do you
I don't think any
mean
of us.
barricading this room or finding
No,
another
no,
like
no.
alcove
I
to
think
barricade?
yeah, more like an alcove, so it's less visible, because this is definitely an area they're using.
Yes. They're clearly feeding people to this demon.
And I kind of turned to Caius about the demon receding. Is it like, does it recede with time or when it's full?
After it has eaten, it always goes to rest.
So we buying the passage for someone else's life.
I could fly us. At the top of this cave, there's a ledge. It is narrow. I think all of us will fit.
Is this ledge inaccessible to anywhere else? Like, just we would like no one else could necessarily find us up there because they would have to fly up there?
Some drow can walk up walls
Oh, that's true.
as if they themselves are the spiders they worship.
I don't feel like they would look up though. That might be, I suppose we have people on watch. That might actually be an okay.
They will know I was not taken.
Wait, they'll know that we're on the ledge?
No,
They
that he was
know.
not sacrificed.
Oh, yeah. Right. They're also.
They will.
I mean.
He not looks up.
They will look for me.
Oh, they will look up for you, is what you mean.
Do they know this form of yours?
No.
So it could be a bit of deception. Just be like, oh, the wyvern is gone. Now we have this dashing individual, so...
I am not running. I am only standing.
Well, that wasn't a literal sense. It was more of like a. Never mind. More of a, oh, didn't run. He just went somewhere else, and now we have this dashing, charming person. You know, it's just a bit of deception.
I am not good at lying.
Well, then you
Well,
don't.
you can learn, though. You can learn. I am a wonderful liar, as is Caldrian, I would imagine.
Arrogantly
Caldrin is the one
assuming.
sleeping.
Yes.
Correct. Sometimes you just need to tell a little fib, a little lie, just to get yourself through a situation.
I mean, I'm willing to try this ledge. I think if anything, it would make it so we can keep track of when this demon has receded, so that we know when we can leave. And if any drow come looking up there, then we will just dispose of them the same way we've disposed of everything else we have come across.
I'm gonna keep watch.
Yeah, we'll take shifts. For example, I did not take much damage during combat. I would be happy to take the first shift or two. I do not require much rest, as I am still quite well.
Like the idea. Wonderful.
All right.
Caius nods, and then there's this like stretching, leathery sound. And he shifts back into the wyvern. And then he kind of headbutts Ethereal. That big, boxy serpentine head. When he exhales, it's like hot steam. And he kind of shuffles down. A cat, almost in like a little ball, so you can climb on.
Looks like you're going first.
Right. I will see you on the top.
I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Let me see what do I have with that. 14?
Okay. So as the wyvern, as Caius jettisons up, you're yanked back, and there's a moment where you're like, "I fire ya!" You almost go flying. But he banks hard, kind of catching you on his back. I need to take a small break.
All right.
I got a small human here. I gotta take a small break. But I need the other two to roll dexterity saving throws, and I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Hello, everyone. We're back. Thank you so much for chilling while we took that unexpected break. But we're back.
Yeah, pooping, going piss, and talking to small humans. Yeah. That was the IRL just now. But no more IRL. Now it's back to reality. What'd you guys get on those dexterity saving throws? Danriel and Adra.
I got a 14.
Okay.
Was it a 9?
Yes.
All right.
That was like, I don't remember.
Adra,
My best does not say little.
you fall and
Yay.
you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Olvar does move to try to catch you, and he manages to get his like arm and elbow underneath your head and neck, only for your head to smash into his cheek, and he also takes 7 points of damage.
Oh shoot, that's so funny.
He didn't roll high enough to catch you
no.
well.
I tried.
What? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And she starts like immediately like cure wound him.
No. I don't need you. Heal yourself first.
It's too late.
Are you okay?
It's-
Stop healing me.
He grabs your hands and puts them on yourself. Heal yourself.
I grab his hands so it like passes through it. So his whole
What are you doing? No.
I restore exactly 7.
Okay. Gosh. He frowns deeply.
You're the one who fell. I'm all right.
That exactly. I'm the one. God damn
The
it.
wyvern swoops back down and then lifts you up in its claws and carry you up to the ledge. The ledge itself, for the three of you, is very long and narrow, and it shifts into a slot cave, one that you could shuffle through on your back or belly, moving horizontally.
Okay.
There is no way Caius would fit. He is far too large, and so he perches on the edge of the stone, his claws sinking in, and his scales, they shimmer once, and then he blends into the wall, and he looks like a boulder.
That's a useful skill.
There's a vocalization that you think he's trying to speak to any of you, but
What?
it's not.
Oh, sorry. Please
It's
continue.
not really a language until it feels like he downshifts into Draconic.
Ah, okay. As I say,
And
I speak that.
when he downshifts into Draconic through his wyvern face and mouth, you actually see that he's got 3 sets of tongue in his mouth. And as he's speaking, there's another row of teeth that sort of drop down behind the first row of teeth as he's talking. It's quite terrifying this close.
Okay. Okay.
But he tells you,
Sleep. Rest. Those of you that can. I will also keep watch.
Do you also need rest though?
yes. He thinks about lying and doesn't.
I said my offer still stands. I do not. I'm basically unscathed from that battle. I am happy to watch while those who need rest, pointedly looking at basically everyone else, please rest. I will take this first watch.
Before everybody goes to sleep or tries to rest or whatever, I'm going to touch every single one of you. And I'm gonna cast renewal on everybody. From what I understand, let's see. Let me. Where do I put? Oh fuck! Where did I post this? the chug causing the body to accelerate its natural healing. The target can expend hit dice and regain hit points as it had done during a short rest. Maximum number of hit points the target regains from each hit. Blah, blah, blah. So basically, it makes it faster and better.
Mhm.
And I think initially everybody gets four hit points back. Everybody who I touch, so like that will include myself. So I will restore the 4 out of 7, and I'm like kind of like scooting over to Caius. Will you allow me to? Because you've been also mishandled.
He puts his big ass chin like a cat under your palm.
And I kind of like
Oh,
stroke it a little bit.
it does elicit a like this big rumbling purr in his chest.
Internally, she's like, I'm just so fucking happy right now. I petted a Quagoth and I'm petting a wyvern. It's such a good field day for
This
me,
is the best.
dude. And I'm just thank you. And I guess I scoot back over wherever whoever I'm next to, wiping my bloody nose.
Olvar hands you a small bottle. Adra, as you come to nestle down next to him.
What is this?
Drink it.
I'm fine. This is nothing. Better leave it for somebody who actually needs it.
Do you drink it of your own accord? Or I'm going to force it down your mouth.
And he holds the little vial
You
up to your
really?
face.
Are you sure you want to force me? And I'm actually not really jokingly looking at him when he says he's gonna force it down my mouth.
I was trying to make a kissing joke, but when you put it that way, no, I don't want to force you to do anything you don't want to do, but I wouldn't
I'm
mind kissing you again.
and she kind of like I'm still not gonna drink it, but I did want to apologize to you for before.
My face is
When I
fine, don't worry about it.
no, it's
Oh shit.
start barking. Andrew just starts barking. Sorry.
Oh shit.
I don't know if she could hear me though. If I
Go
can-
ahead, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Sorry. What I actually wanted to apologize for is from before when I got back. I don't know. I think I said something that made you really uncomfortable, and I don't want to make excuses for myself. And yeah, so sorry for that.
Blinks those bright orange eyes at you, but here in the dark Adra, there's only the one that kind of glows. The other is dull. It's a great rendition of an eye. But regardless, he's got a fairly soft expression.
Don't worry about it. It wasn't your comment that had me just
And he rubs the center of his chest.
just remembered past. That's all. And he kind of wiggles closer to you, but mind you, it's narrow enough in here that he has to be on his back. So when he scoots to you, it's like a horizontal inchworm.
Mhm.
Everything gets bigger though. Hmm?
There it
She
is.
just
There it is.
she just kind of like, if she can, like, covers her, like, leans onto her palm, like, covering her face. It's not visible, but her ears are red because, like, this is getting ridiculous. Uh, I want to say never mind, but it didn't mean that apology.
And I did mean it.
But I did mean it.
No, I appreciate that, and I'd be more than happy to show you just how big I can get.
Okay, okay. At least I know that part didn't cause you distress. That's enough. Thank you.
But your ears are so cute when they're red.
Enough.
I like it. It's a good look on you. Also, smiling is a good look on you. I like that too. Oh, I'm so tired. My bones. I feel my age. I hate that. Ugh. Can't wait to be no longer sleeping on the rocks. Can't wait to have honeyed mead. Ugh, I cannot wait to hear the dulcimers play. Man, when we get to the surface, Edra, we're going to go to a tavern, all of us. We're going to drink, we're going to sleep in feathered pillows, we're going to take as many barmaids and barsers to our bed, and it is going to be wonderful. Warm bodies, light laughter, alcohol, good food, the sunshine, crickets that aren't large enough to kill me, actual normal-sized crickets like those on the surface. I cannot wait. I do have a question though. And it just goes silent for a moment.
Yeah. She kind of like peeks at him a little bit from like hiding her face. What? What?
When I get like that, sometimes it's sometimes it's hard to come back. Don't ever let me hurt you, or I'll be really offended. And I'll cry. For real. No fake tears, real ones.
Kind of like nods and okay. I
He holds out his
I,
pinky.
I will make that happen. She does like
The oath. Like Dragus.
sacred.
The sacred.
Sacred. He hooks his pinky in yours. It's really awkward because he can't. He's wide enough that he can't really like lay on his side unless like he collapses his shoulders in. So it's like an awkward hook around because he's laying on his back, shoulder to shoulder, next to you. Really though, I don't think I could forgive myself if I hurt any of you. So and the older I get, the harder it seems to control. And that last part, he mutters it underneath his breath and like scrubs his face with his hands, scratches his beard. Good night, Adra.
Night.
Any other roleplay for Adra with any other character before she rests?
How is Theo doing with his size?
So the beautiful thing about quaggoths is they can shrink to a medium size, so they're just lanky and long.
That's
It's
good.
similar to cat anatomy, how cats, if their head can fit, their whole body can. Very, very similar for a quaggoth. So he's just loafing. He's
Oh my
a
God,
loaf bean.
loafing.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna have his head in my lap and just scratch it so badly. Oh man.
And then Caius is like perched, and he's hooked the scorpion tail and the hooks in his wings into the wall, and he is a snoozy boy. His head is like tucked in like a bird. Very, very bat-like. Snoozing.
Have we agreed who's gonna take the first shift?
Well, Caius was going to, but so tired, just out. Did not make his constitution save.
Danriel basically told
You
everyone
three
to rest.
are the only three awake right now.
Danriel insisted on taking the first watch because she didn't take any damage really in that combat. So feels like everyone else needs the rest first, and then she'll take like the last. She'll rest on the last watch. Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna kind of turn towards Ethereal and like, I guess a general question. How are you doing? Like last Oh yeah. Like after the battle, it seemed like you weren't doing so good.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Would you like to be specific?
Um, well, you went all how should I say?
Feral.
Yeah. And you even rejected Cliff's attempts at healing.
Just say there's something very deep-seated deep inside that comes out every now and then. And I have moderate amount of control. Sometimes it just apparates and it's like an overwhelming force. Also, I didn't want the child to touch me. I don't... Ugh. Leave me alone.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hinting at, the whole leave me alone thing. I mean, if you're uncomfortable with Glyph touching you, would you at least allow me to heal you when the time comes? Because and she like rolls down her like glove, shows like the mangled scars and all that. We're not that different. If the
Oh
innocence of the
no,
boy
we are very different. We've come from two different backgrounds. That's a... Would not compare myself to anyone else but myself. I feel mildly insulted, actually, now.
kind of scoffs and just, well, whatever would you like to assume about me? Sure. But my offer stands. And then she kind of like Just turns around. Starts trying to get some rest.
With that, Ethereal, any role play for you before you rest? You can role play with any of the NPCs if you would like, including Mr. Sir. Sleep is easily feigned when you're exhausted.
I can't really think of off like the top of my head right now. I think he'll just look at Danriel. So I take it I'm taking second shift and then Adra. Is that the...
I am actually physically capable of taking the first two if needed. I don't know. I didn't think. I have a terrible habit of not thinking far enough ahead.
That is woefully evident.
Are you good with taking third watch?
I could take third watch. It's not a problem. Me and my cat compatriot will take our nap and just wake me when you need me.
Do.
Mr. Sir is a big boy, and he walks in circles on your chest and then settles in so that his butt is like right up against your cheek with his tail tucked, right? So it's just hair. And then he curves around and it's nose sniffing your cheek. And the sniffs, at first, they're pretty soft, and then they're like sniffing. And then he licks you, and then it's like more sniffing. And then there's a little bit more grooming. Then he starts grooming himself. So sleep is a little difficult for the first watch with Mr. Sir. But eventually, the big Maine Coon, he settles. And he's got these really tiny snores. Like you would think for a cat, big, like him, big snores. They're very squeaky. They're very faint. Very little. He has giant ass paws right in your face. And when you shift, he shifts and then just completely like limp body over you.
Noodle cat.
He does noodle, and I do need you to roll a d6 to decide a very important narrative factor.
Got a 3.
Okay. Sleep claims you hard and fast. Your mouth slackens, your eyes roll back. When you wake up for your watch, it feels as if Mr. Sir has just been punching you in the throat. And his fluffy tail is in your mouth and nose. Just when you awaken, it's pleasant. That was a cool thing with your camera, Jay. It was. I was like, am I seeing? I thought I was seeing things, and then, well, it's crazy. All right.
Jay's a
Danriel.
witch, confirmed.
I can live with that.
Roll a perception check, Danriel, for first watch.
19 plus 3 for 21. 2. Wait, plus 3, right? Is that what I have? Yeah, plus 3. So 22.
It's quiet all the way through first watch. And just at the precipice of changing, Glyph sits up and smacks his head. And when he sits up, he... and there's a crack, and then he... Ah!
Are you all right?
Ah!
Yes. Oh, you scared me. I forgot. Good.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sure you're good?
Yeah.
He's little enough that he can like fully turn.
Like on his
And,
side
like-
and like
Yeah, like, and there's plenty of room. Like, yeah. And he actually scoots over to the edge, the lip, so that he can sit up. He pops his back and his sternum.
It looks pretty quiet down there now. But I've never seen a demon, so I wouldn't know what I was looking for.
they come in all shapes and sizes, just like humanoids.
Someone
It's-
that's sleeping rips a huge fart.
it's over.
Someone.
It's literally just like pop.
Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely wet while they're sleeping.
Yeah, they come in all
If
shapes and
someone's-
sizes.
Farts? Wait, oh, right.
Those two.
Demon. Yeah, you don't. If we get caught because of someone's ass cheeks squeegeeing out a noise, I'm gonna be really upset.
That would be a very upsetting reason to get caught, yes.
There's like a much quieter one. It was like,
You seemed like you startled awake. Are you alright?
Bad dreams. It happens sometime.
Indeed they do. More often than not these days.
Same.
Perhaps when we're out, that will change.
You really believe that?
Believe what? That we'll get out, or believe that maybe we'll dream more than not?
Yes.
I believe that we will get out, or we will die trying to get out. I do believe that.
Before coming down here, I broke into the archives at the school. I stole a bunch of maps. Ethereal's slaver friend took them from me, but the Underdark is so vast. It's its own nation down here.
In some ways,
It's a whole nother world.
Yep, it truly is. I was gonna say, in some ways, it's just as vast as it is on the surface.
I feel like without those maps, we're just gonna get lost, but I can't think of a way to get them back.
I do know. I don't know. I do know that we don't necessarily have the intention to just scramble to the surface and stay there without. I don't even think if we'll be able to get to the surface without proper guidance, but we can try. I do know that we have every intention to save some people down here. So I don't know if we'll be leaving entirely, so maybe once we are more healed, gathered, capable, I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to retrieve those, and then maybe our chances will be higher. But I know that most of us, if not all of us, don't plan to leave Dragus down here to suffer his fate. So I don't think we're just going to leave. I think we're going to have to stir the pot, per se, while we're down here.
I think we're far more capable without the bands.
And he lifts up one of his pale wrists.
But I'm not a strategist. I'm not even a warrior. I'm just some fool.
And he glances over at Caldron's sleeping form.
Sometimes the courage that we find in our heart for the ones we love is all we need. As long as you have the assets and companions to assist you. You seem like you have skills that are not entirely useless. I mean, you accidentally banished Adra, right?
He winces.
Lapse in control. I wish I was better at it. Just not.
Well, there's no better way to learn than in the present. And having to put practical practice in. What I am trying to say is, don't be too hard on yourself because it's not going to help yourself down here.
You really believe what you said? That the courage in your heart can be enough?
I do.
He nods and goes quiet for a minute. See his hands ring together and he looks out over the cavern. I hope that's true.
Well, it will be truer if you believe it.
Can I tell you something that I haven't told anybody?
Do you wish me to keep it secret?
Yes, please.
All right, consider it kept.
He looks over at Caldron again for a moment. Jay, that was amazing. You can have an inspiration. That was so funny.
She, on camera, pulled out notebook and pen, clicked it, and started taking notes.
After looking at Caldron, he shifts so you can see that he's profile.
I love him so much it hurts. It's just pain. It isn't something light. It isn't how my mom described it. Not at all. It's heavy. But I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Not even my own life.
She kind of nods in understanding. Love is experienced different for everyone, just like any other emotion. I don't believe anyone's experience is the same. It's individualized to them, just like their own personality.
Just didn't know it hurt this bad.
And he looks down.
It is, can be, a very heavy weight. And a very painful feeling, but on the right day, in the right circumstance, it can be warm, like the sunlight filtering through the trees. Just depends.
Can't wait to see the sun again.
I think that is something we all can agree with.
I don't even care. That's gonna give me so many more freckles. I'm gonna lay in the grass all day, forever. I'm gonna eat dirt and just become a plant. I'll bake on one side, I'll flip over, I'll bake on the other side. My hair will be bleached blonde, that's fine. I don't care.
Yes, it truly is an example of you don't really miss something until it's gone. You don't really fully appreciate it till it's been taken from you.
He looks at you and his eyes are such a bright, sparkling blue because of the unshed tears.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's gonna gently reach over and pat his knee.
It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Nonetheless. And he kind of waves his hand down at the horrible circumstance. Yeah. I'm Glyph.
I'm Danriel. We haven't really had the moment to have proper introductions, so it's nice to get that out of the way.
Yeah, you're a lot more level-headed than when you're
In combat, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Is that I heard you say to Olvar that's new. Is it like wild magic?
I don't really know what it is.
See.
When I was alive previously, as I was not before being here in the Underdark.
He blinks a couple times. I'm sorry. What?
So, I've lived a whole life already, and
Okay.
I died trying to do the right thing. And I'm not even sure how long I was dead. But sometime a few months ago, at this point, I guess, I don't know, it's hard to track the days when you don't see the sun. I awoke here in the Underdark with, a foggy memory of who I am and what's going on, but things have been starting to come back. And there are differences between then and now. There are things that I could do that I can no longer. And I can do things now that I was never able in the past. So I'm still trying to figure that out about myself.
I have read about this in school, in the academy. There is a sickness, a magic. There are only two magics capable to be wielded by mortal hands that are considered the most powerful magics on the primal plane, and that is the spell Wish, and to return the dead to life. And in some cases, that takes a very wish, but a wish in some cases, when one casts it, they suddenly lose the ability to cast the spell ever again, or magic in and of itself. And he kind of like shifts and adjusts, and this is kid kind of gets in his groove, you know.
Student mode.
It is possible that upon your return, you have a sickness of the weave. And it's accurately and unimaginatively named weave sickness.
Oh, creative.
Scholars, we do our best. But it could be that you'll get back what you lost. But it could be that you are irrevocably changed, and I know that that probably does not inspire hope. But the fact is that there is hope. There's a chance, if you wish to be as you were in your previous lifetime, you will be. But death, it changes a soul. I have read that in some cases, loved ones, when returned, they bring with them a piece of insanity. Because they have seen what is known as the Abyss. Which is magic that does not exist within the weave.
Comforting.
Sorry,
No.
perhaps
No.
you do not seem insane, but perhaps there's hope. That's the motto of the story. There's hope. I'm very sorry.
No.
There is.
Don't be.
You could also be a bomb of psychosis waiting to go off and detonate amongst our party and murder us all.
Can I tell you something that I haven't told anyone yet?
Would you like me to keep it a secret?
I don't really care. Just need to tell someone. In that last encounter, that last combat, there was a voice I had never heard before that just spoke of being hungry. There was like a manic laughter to it. And I do think I lost a little bit of my normal composure there, because when I think back on what happened, I definitely did things that I would not normally do. So I'm a little concerned.
I see.
Between the new ability to shift my appearance to more beast-like, and this hunger that is unexplained. Those are the new things that I am more afraid of. If it were just the inability to cast things I used to be able to, then that would be less worrisome. So I hope I am not a ticking time bomb. Whatever a time bomb is.
Certainly hope so as well.
That is what I have spent this entire rest pondering and wondering, seems like ever since I came back, whenever I'm specifically in combat, or even when I try to invoke abilities that I used to have, there's a switch that has the possibility of being flipped. And it seems like when it is flipped, I am no longer my level-headed self. And at first, I just blamed it on the fact that one of my parents is extremely hot-headed, and I was like, "Oh, it's fine. It's just that." But most recently, I am beginning to wonder if it is something else.
When you look up, he's gazing at you, and that blue gaze is a collision with yours. He has theories, you can see them bubbling below the surface, but he's tactful enough not to speak them aloud.
It's keeping those inside thoughts inside. Right. Well, I'm sorry if that makes you uncomfortable around me.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for listening. Like I said, you don't necessarily need to keep it to yourself.
It is yours to tell.
Well, thank you for sitting and just talking with me. It's been nice.
I enjoy just chatting. One of my low-key talents. Because magic is definitely not it. But I still enjoy studying it.
And he kind of shifts uncomfortably, and you feel like there's... Your passive insight's high enough, you feel like there's a lot of turmoil in the study of magic for him.
Mm-hmm.
Very personal, very complicated. Maybe like his feelings for Caldrian. Complicated. Deep. Painful.
Good night, Danriel.
Good night.
And it's his turn to put his very delicate hand on your shoulder, give you a little pat, and then he goes and he curls up by Caldrian. And I need you to roll a perception for second watch.
Oh, all right, that's an 18, so 21 instead of 22.
Second watch is clear. The crunching from the pit finally ceases completely. It fades into obscurity, any noise. And then you wake ethereal.
Much needed.
Good.
Yes.
I'm glad. Everything's been quiet. Seems like maybe our demonic friend is done eating. So hopefully this watch will remain quiet for you. I am going to go uncomfortably sleep in that space that I'm not entirely fond of. I'm going to be honest. Good night.
Good night. Enjoy your sleep, angry one.
She slides in, but she's super uncomfortable. Does not like the enclosed spaces.
After Danriel settles, the ethereal is just gonna kind of perch on the edge of the lip of the area where they're at. Just
'Kay.
watch over.
Pretty much like a slot cave where you're sitting and watching. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oh, snap. That's a natural 20. Hell yeah. Big pimpin'. We like that. With, I don't know if there's anything additional, or it even matters. 22.
Okay, with the 22, it's clear for the first 2 hours. And the only way that you would catch a glimpse of this character is if you rolled a natural 20. So on the map, you see the pale, winter-colored elf standing above the pit, hand outstretched. For a moment, he flickers into visibility, and your eyes narrow. The smell is lovely from his magic. It smells like blueberries and bellflowers. And the noise that had eased off and faded becomes a stillness and an utter silence. And when he pulls his hand away, you get the feeling with your passive insight ethereal that you won't have troubles should you choose to pass through the pit. At least for a while. And then he starts to walk away.
As he walks away, there's just gonna be like a mild, like, kind of like trill, like, ugh.
He pauses. And he turns. And he looks up. Roll an insight. I think you'd have to roll more than just your passive here.
Well, it's not gonna be very good. Because that is a flat 10.
You're not sure what the expression means. The steady gaze, the squared shoulders, slightly tilted and defiant chin. You don't know what he's trying to communicate to you, if it's a threat or not. And he gives you a bit of a nod. And he turns around to leave.
Like in like kind of like the silence after he leaves, he's just gonna say, under his breath, "Don't know what that meant, but maybe he has a death wish, and I will happily oblige."
The rest of your watch is quiet until the very end when Caius wakes and he almost loses his entire grip on the side of the wall where he's been snoozing. But he rights himself like a sleepy cat.
Like he almost just full like back flops. And then he kind of sticks his head as far as he can in the little slot cave with you guys as he's waking up, so he doesn't slide or fall.
Just gonna make a remark of very graceful of you to not just fall over and tumble down.
That big serpentine head swivels your direction. Do you speak Draconic?
No, I don't.
So he speaks at you in Draconic in these vocalizations, and when it seems like you're not understanding, his wyvern face frowns a little.
Dang it.
He does not shift into an easier accessible form. He stays in the form he's comfortable in. And then you're joined on the ledge by a green, sleepy man. I'm very hungry. Do you have any food? That's okay. I found these in Ezra's bra. Would you like one? I think it is called an orange.
Sorry, where did you find this once again?
It was in the Feywild. Ezra gave it to me. Here, take a bite. It's pretty good. So what are we doing? You're just kicking our feet here? Whee! And he kicks his feet a little bit. That's a really long fall. Then he looks at
He
you.
just snatches the orange from him.
He's eating his orange with the peel on.
He's going to peel his.
You
And
should
as
eat the
he
peel. It's
does-
good for you.
I think I'll determine what's good for me, Orc.
Fine. I just have a scholarship in nutrition and
Do
glyph
you
letters.
now?
That's not how that works.
What qualifications, what college did you go to get this scholarship?
All right. I attended Strixhaven University for 9 days.
Right, 9 days and you learn just everything. Just,
I was too smart. They had to let me go.
I bet they were just in tears watching you walk out the door.
Oh, she was definitely in tears multiple times. God, I would kill for a cigarette right now. Ugh. And he
Well,
pops his
cigarette-
neck and his shoulders. You know, I
Cigarette
think
wouldn't be very prudent.
I might have one. Hold on. Sticks his fingers in his eye. Shuffles around. Nope. Can't find it. Fuck. Coffee would be good too. Quick beans? My favorite. Sometimes I just like to eat them raw. But only when they're well roasted. They're roasted best in the far South Isles. Have you ever been there?
Can't say I have.
Too bad for you.
Not yet, at least.
Maybe I should take you. And he explains that the Magura Island has really good quick beans. He also says that the Whispering Sands down in Abukar, they have very good treats and quick beans as well. Their roasting capabilities are... Whew. You know what I think you would like, though? Pyrrhus. I think Pyrrhus, you would fit in very well. There are many tabaxi there. And also in the Borca, but there's my kind in the Borca, and we don't talk about that.
Why don't we talk about that? Is it a touchy subject?
He reaches out and touches your hand and squeezes it. It's that touchy. And then he, like, shoves his finger between your fingers really fast. Pulls his own hand back. Tell me something about yourself, huh? Let's bond.
You want to bond? Now this is what it is after...
I gave you an orange. I told you about my time at Strixhaven. Come on.
You told me about... you gave me a brief summarization of 9 days where you became the most scholarly orc I've ever heard of.
The greatest wizard of all orc kind. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Greatest wizard of all time. I mean, I guess... a little bit of spy work here and there.
Oh.
Some breaking and entering. You know.
I'm very good at breaking.
Oh, I
And
bet
entering.
you are. But it's mostly spy work, for the most part.
So you're stealthy. Like very stealthy. Like a cat. Ahaha.
The wit ceases to amaze me.
Thank you, I'm very smart. Greatest wizard.
Yes, I've been hired from time to time to work for politicians, either regional or local, so yes. Trading them information, spy work, the occasional assassination.
And you like that work? It's the work you choose for yourself.
Passes the time. Get to meet some interesting characters and interesting people, so rub shoulders with those I never would usually have, so yes.
Okay, alright, fair enough. Question for you though. If you could do any job that you wanted to do, what would it be? And then I'll give you my answer too. Think about it. What would you want to do? Huh? If you did not have to do spy work, if you did not have to steal things or kill people or, you know, whatever it is that you do for your politicians, what would you do? Why would you do it?
No one has
And
ever
he
asked me that
puts
question.
his hand in his chin and he's kicking his little feet.
Maybe learn how to canvas paint properly. That would seem nice. Just have actual art displayed in galleries, so on and so forth. That would be nice.
Ah, you're in luck. You want to be a painter? He reaches into his eye. He pulls out a 6x6-inch little canvas. And then he pulls out ink. A gift. I have no more use for it.
I'm pretty sure if I hold on to it, that'll break into pieces in my pack, sadly.
No. You just store it, put your extra pair of pants in the back of it, and just in the very back, against your back in the pack. Promise. Carry this shit around for a long time. I fancied myself a bard at one point in my life. My poetry. You can imagine what it was always about.
I guess I'll take it then. There's no point in just letting it sit here in the Underdark go to waste.
And he reaches into his eye and he pulls out it's about 10 sheets of rolled up parchment, and he hands those to you as well. For practice. Sorry, I don't have a paintbrush. You have to use your fingers, but you have nice little claws, right? You could small lines, big lines with toe beans.
I suppose that could work out in the end, yes.
Then it's yours. Consider it a good faith token.
Good faith, right. And what do you want in exchange for this? Do you, like, need something?
I just wanted your company.
Hmm.
And I have it. Right beside me. Right now. He kind of hits you with his elbow a little bit.
A lot of people have wanted my company in this life, so that is not an unfamiliar feeling.
Don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
All depends who the perspective is from. It can either be congratulations or, oh, pity.
Hmm. He's quiet for a minute, eating his orange, chewing, swallowing. You know, if I could do anything I wanted to do, right, have any job, anything, I have always wanted to play the piano. I've always wanted to play the violin. Always wanted to play the cello. I love concerts, operas, plays. Fascinating. I still remember the first time I saw one. A wild young orc just off of the plains. Sure, we had drums. We had... Yeah, it's just different.
Do you know how to play piano?
Not at all.
If we ever happen to run into one, I'll show you how to.
His head whips towards you. You play the piano.
I was taught how to when I was a boy.
Huh. It would be a great gift. He pats your back. I would appreciate that. I'll even tip you.
Only tip is there if there's a performance. How about that?
Fair enough. He goes back to eating the orange. I want to ask you about your childhood, but I feel like I have already gotten lucky enough in this little bit of a interaction and exchange.
Yeah, you're up here.
He kind of sits there for a minute in silence, maybe a bit longer. It was good for some time. Two very kind, loving parents who care about you very much. Teach you how to walk, crawl, and climb. Play instruments, read. It was, for the most part, mainly just us. There weren't that many people around. When we did, it was either to go to town to get supplies for home. When it was good, it was good. Then it wasn't.
Olvar nods along as he's listening, continues to eat the oranges until he's done with the last vestiges of it. Do you tell him any more?
When it wasn't, it was, well, the so-called loving parents that you have had an ulterior motive of some sort rather than just being parents. And after those parents show their hand, you are confused by it as a whole and sent away.
Mm.
And that's when I met her. And things went from bad to worse.
In front of your face is a cigarette that he's conveniently found.
He's just gonna wave his hand, more or less denying the offer, declining.
He summons a small flame at the tip of his finger. And it takes him a few tries to actually get the flame to stay. And eventually it just sparks out on his finger. So he turns it towards his eye, the one that's false. And he shoves it into the eye and it lights. And he pulls the cigarette away. And he's smoking as he's listening. All semblance of laid back, pleasant nature is taking a serious cast. He's just listening.
And all I can think about is her now.
We know where she is.
She's definitely somewhere. She can be somewhere in the Underdark. She could be topside. Can get around wherever she wants. There's no stopping her, and there's no stopping her from doing to me what she did to countless others. I was lucky to get out when I did. Granted, that circumstance came with a price. Now I live with that price. That's fine.
But you get through it. Sucked. But here you are.
Yes, here I am. Among a merry band of misfits, outcasts, and weirdos.
We're happy to have you. He wiggles his eyebrows. Huh? I think you fit in just fine. All things considered.
was trained to fit in. I just act like a chameleon at best, so that's how I was taught to fit in, regardless of situation or scenario.
Even the spooky parts of you are just fine here.
At that point, Mr. Sir slides into your lap. And Ulvar points. See? Gets it, so therefore it's true.
Just shrugs.
So I found these hard-boiled eggs in my eye. I don't know how old they are. Do you want to try one?
I'll stick with the orange. The idea of eating something that is aged with an unknown amount of time gives me hesitation.
Yeah. He's looking at him. I'm worried that I crack them open and they smell like ass.
You could always just crack one open and find out. That way you don't shit yourself later on.
I'm so sorry. Say that one more time.
You can always crack one open and find out, or you could just, involuntarily shit yourself later.
He puts him back in his eye.
Any other roleplay for Ethereal?
Not that I could think of. He's probably gonna finish eating his orange and just petting Mr. Sir.
Okay, then we're going to take a bathroom break right here, and we'll be back with a little bit more roleplay. Yeah, I get. All right, so I guess roll a Constitution saving throw. No, really, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
10.
All of us or just me?
All of you.
The banging bitches be like that.
I got 21, so.
Nice.
Oh.
Also, dumb question. Was all of this a short rest or a long rest?
Long rest. Hit that long rest button.
Hit that long rest button. Boom. I got 24 overall.
All right, Adra, you are exhausted. You did not rest well. If you would like to use that inspiration I gave you earlier to reroll at 20 so you don't gain a level of exhaustion, you can do so now with a Constitution
yeah.
saving throw.
Yeah, well. Sorry, prepping my dice thing. 16.
Okay, none of you, despite the cold, despite the uncomfortable and cramped conditions in the slot canyon, you are all able to get a decent rest. And maybe it's just the pure exhaustion from the day previous that you awaken feeling a semblance of refreshed. Caius, speaking in Draconic.
Shall I carry you down?
Looks
Should
down
we
over the
begin
ledge.
the descent? It sounds very quiet within the pit. Likely it is as safe as it will be to traverse.
Translate the Draconic to the party. I think it is probably safe, as safe as it can be right now, to possibly traverse that.
Yes, especially since Blondie was there not too long ago.
Who?
Danriel like snaps a look to Ethereal. Are you speaking of who I think you are?
You know exactly who I'm speaking about.
You saw him?
Oh, yes. He was doing something with the demon hole and then gave me the fuck me eyes. I wasn't quite sure what it was. And, yes. That, wasn't sure what that expression exchange was. I'm gonna label it that.
Oh. And you think it's gonna be fine? You don't think he meant any ill will?
No, I don't think so. I didn't. Sometimes I'm not the best at reading people. That man's an enigma in of himself, but it did not feel malicious to me.
Your thoughts, Adra?
I think he wants us on his side. And so I'd assume he'll try to do something for us to consider.
Alright. Well, can't really change our plan just because I feel like we're gonna owe him something.
I mean, we don't owe anyone anything. We're merely going down a hole with our new friend here, Mr. Caius Wyvern, man.
It's my friend.
He just exhales a bit of steam in your direction.
Oh, come now. Wasn't an insult. You're just a big, tall, young wyvern man. Is it?
It sounds like you kind of like the idea of that.
And he's got another fruit he's eating.
Is this Ulvar?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You keep saying things like tall, young, graceful, attractive.
I mean, he seems to have manners unlike someone I know.
Yeah, I don't know who that would be.
Alright, well, I suppose we don't want to waste any time then.
So what if we go down there and it puts us into wild Underdark? And we no longer can get Dregas. What do we do then?
Couldn't have brought this up when we were initially talking about this plan.
I did not think about it
last
until this
night.
morning.
You know, if you would just lay everything out in advance rather than
I
it just
did
be
not
spur of the
think
moment,
about it until
it
this
is
morning.
better when you just think
Fair.
about things in the grand scheme rather than just, oh, what if we end up in Underdark of Wilds?
That's exactly what I just said. Why are you so angry?
Because it is literally as we're about to plunge into some demon-infested hole, and like, oh, what if we end up in the wilds? We can't get Dragus back. Oh, wonderful. Now we have to contemplate that for 20 minutes.
But you're welcome. It's better you know now than we get in there and then I bring it up, right?
It doesn't matter if it's on low or ultra.
What?
I guess I'm not going to the pit.
What?
I have an idea for this problem. Caius, can you please let me down near the hole so I can investigate something?
He makes a throaty sound and then scoops you up, sweeps you down.
So Ethereal, being more of a man of action than a man of thought, is going to get as close to the hole as possible and see if he can at least hear with his cat-like ears, like any sounds of like wildlife or any
Okay.
any sort of wildlife
Roll a perception with advantage.
with advantage. Yeah. 17.
It's quiet. It is very, very quiet.
Like quiet as in like just like general stillness, or like quiet as like
Everything about the Underdark has or does the majority feel hostile. So it is hard to say for sure if the stillness is the event of an apex predator or simply the mundane.
The dark.
But you get the
Right.
feeling that if you're brave enough, it won't matter.
I get a general sense like how far down this hole is. Like, is it gonna break my
Hundreds
ankles? No,
of
okay.
feet. Mhm. But it is large enough that your wyvern might be able to dive down and bank, catching himself and whoever's with him before splattering. Otherwise, rope, grappling hooks. The only downside is you don't think the hole is wide enough for the wyvern to fly up it again.
Hmm.
This
Okay.
really does feel once you're down there, you're down there.
How far up is that kind of like lip-esque cavern above me? Is it like 10, 20 feet?
Where there everybody else is?
Mm-hmm.
It's like 70 feet up there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Standing, well, like actually getting up, since he actually put like his head towards like the as close as he could to the entirety of the hole itself. He's gonna look at Caius, and he will say, "Would you please go back up there and tell them this is a one-way trip? There's no real sound, exactly. I don't hear any rustling of leaves or anything, but it's quite a ways down. So if you could please tell them
He
we
gives
can
you
only
a
go."
nod, and then in one great leap, he flies up to the ledge, perches, and in Draconic delivers your message.
May not be able to leave yet then.
But we don't want to go back to the cell, right? Says Ulvar.
No, because
So, I mean, the other option is we just dive in and we
hope we can get back eventually. A different way.
make it back either way.
There's no map. There's no real of any way of any of us knowing what is what. This is just, it feels like it's a decision like any other we would make. I do know on the way here, there are some narrow caves and passages that do seem to pass to the city, but perhaps they are dangerous. Perhaps it is.
Would almost rather deal with the wilds of the Underdark
I have to be
and then eventually make it back to the city to help Brigus deal with the possibility of possibly being caught and probably this all being typical. Or worse. What do you think, Adra?
Well, part of me wants to scream and scratch and just like not go anywhere until we get him, but I feel like if we go just the other way from where our cell is, we're just gonna run into more guards and alert the people that don't want us out even more. And as you said, I'll take the wilds more than the civil part, if you can call it that, of the Underdark.
Civil. If only.
Caius is happy to take all of you down so you can discuss with Ethereal as well.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go ahead and go down and meet up with him so we can. Then I'll just let Ethereal.
Before...
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, it's just... Does he take us like all together or like by a couple? Because like I'm not 100% about sure he said a couple.
A couple of a time.
Before it's my turn to go down. I reach for one of the fruits and like offer it to Caius.
He
I know it's
purrs
not much,
and takes it like a big kitty, very gentle, and then just.
Love it.
fine, another one. Just like before. He's a big guy. and then
He doesn't take it. He nudges it towards Glyph.
I was planning to give him. He will get.
She's like,
Okay, roll
how
persuasion,
dare you
roll
assume
persuasion.
that I wasn't gonna give him any?
Persuasion, roll it.
I'm very offended. That's 19.
All right, he'll take the fruit, the second fruit that you offer. Then a little shy, a little. Oops,
Yeah.
sorry.
Because of how we're placed on the ledge, I wasn't sure about passing it the way. So once we're down, I'm obviously giving everyone a fruit.
Okay.
Yay!
So Ovar basically catches you up, Ethereal, because he's one of the first ones down. He explains what Adra and Danriel were saying and is like, so what do you think?
The likelihood of running into gods is quite high going through narrow tunnels and passageways, especially if we go back the way we came by means of where our cell was, so they have a point. At least there's another way round to get back to the city, and if they're busy looking for us in the caverns... Oh, I didn't think about that. What if they're just too busy thinking, oh, they wouldn't go down the dark, dank hole? What a bunch of idiots. They'd be looking for us here for the most part. Unless they actually use their brains, which Drow don't, because they're fucking idiots. And actually pursue us in the wilds. But I think they'll just, they're wandering out and they're hiding in the caverns somewhere, so I have to agree with Adra. Last thing you want to do is be caught. Then what if we can't take Caius with us? He's, pardon my saying, you are a big man, and I mean that in a complimentary way, not insulting. Even in your more human form, you are quite girthy.
Olvar chokes. But Caius has no reaction because he's been taking people back and forth and he's quite literal. He's like, yes, I am. My neck is huge. But at this point, the three of you are gathered to make this decision for your party because the three of you are here.
I think we should risk the wilds and coming back, obviously through a different entrance, but that's probably going to be our best bet. As much as
That is, if that even takes us to the wild.
it's true, might take us somewhere else entirely. Who knows? I don't think there's a perfect answer, but I do think they are less likely to find us if we go down there. I think that's an excellent point. You're less likely to find us down there because why would we jump down a pit with a demon in it?
Who would do that, right?
No one in their right mind.
Must be absolutely crazy to do it.
Olvar's like, all right. Claps his thighs, moves over the ledge. That's very deep. We're not just jumping. I think we will die if we jumped.
Correct, we are not just
Oh,
jumping.
you will absolutely die, Orc, by jumping.
Oh, there was a slight pause between die orc and jumping, and I was like, oh.
Although, if we were just throw Caldrian down there, he'll just come back up. He's like the Energizer Bunny. When you think he's down, he's just back, right back.
This is true. He definitely has a much different relationship with death than I think any of us do.
And if he was here, he'd be like, edgy, blah, 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 death, joke, giggles, chuckles, I'm sexy. Yep. And Glyph would be like, swoon.
Swoon.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. All right. How do you guys want to try to get down there? You've got a couple options.
I can turn into a bird.
I could turn into a bat, so I'm covered.
I can just get angry.
You don't have
I have
wings,
this-
right?
I have this nifty
Wait,
cloak
no,
that
I
can
do!
just turn me into a bat.
I do. I have ethereal wings when they're only good for a minute though, so hopefully it's not that deep of a hole. Could you imagine halfway down? Poof. Ah!
I think we can fall fast enough, 100 feet
But-
plus.
Yeah, but we need to make sure we have ways for everyone to get down. Like Theo, who is carrying two unconscious members of the party.
Theo says, me climb. Me go. And then he just...
He just starts at, well... I wonder if... I don't know, I feel like that's risky. I'll go with my wings to begin with, and if I need, I'll...
Olvar is... It is not wide enough for any wingspan to open up, so you're gonna have to just dive and then bank and hope your wings don't rip off.
I mean, they're ethereal. They don't rip. They're not real. I haven't had real ones for a long time.
I thought you were a scholarly orc of Strixhaven.
I went for
Olvar.
9 days. All right.
But
I'm
but
climbing.
You said you were a graduate, that you were one of their most renowned, and that they cried when you walked out the door.
You attended Strixhaven.
All right.
He starts climbing.
I mean, how craggy?
Glyph is like,
how craggy is it? Is it like a good?
Very.
Like, is it?
It's
Are there
It looks
good
like it's there.
handholds and stuff if I were to just climb?
You know, it could be.
It's true. Could always just roll like shit and
could be good. Could be bad. Glyph is like, I guess I'm also climbing.
I'm gonna look at him.
Oh wait,
How good of a climber are you?
I'm
who's
terrible.
Mr. Sir gonna go with? That's the question.
I'm not very good. Mr. Sir is sitting on Caius's head. Mao.
I think if I... I am thinking that in my angry form, I might be able to climb better because I have the claws. But it's a matter of keeping that form long enough. I seem to only be able to take it when I am either causing damage to others or damage is being caused to me.
Oh. Glyph is
You
like,
want
well,
me to hit you?
I guess I'm gonna start climbing down now.
Wait, I'm trying to think of a safer way for you to climb. You just don't look very athletic. No offense.
I'm not.
Glyph, I have an option for you. You would have to hold on for dear life, but I can grip this cloak, and as long as I hold on to it, I can fly us down there.
Okay.
Is that better than climbing down?
Is that a time out?
Like a student picking up their hand. I have a question. I have a giant spider. Giant, how would that be? Because like
How
I
giant.
can't make how giant? It's just like I can make a web,
Mhm.
and will it kind of hold like anybody who would accidentally fall down?
Okay, so
'Cause,
let
like-
me. I've got the token, and so
This-
this is what you can turn into.
Do I
This is
really
about
wanna-
your size as a giant spider. Let it load.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it so terrible looking?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
so it is. It is a large beast.
Because technically then the web should be pretty strong enough, because like it's all about like restraining and
You
the
can
range is
hold a creature in it. Yes.
like 30 60 feet and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like
Okay.
more about the
So-
weight.
Spider climb and probably take someone with you.
Yeah, because I'd say climb down,
I have
make a
different
web.
spiders. Do you
Yeah.
want to pick a different token?
Do you want to pick a different spider?
There you go. There's that one.
The other one was better.
Okay, hold on. Let me delete this. You're gonna have to close it yourself. You're gonna have to close it.
It's
I have a nut.
Yeah,
Oh no, that one's really gonna trigger arachnophobia. Never mind. I have one more that's like.
this mutant. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. But yeah, the idea is climb down, build a web, like because like I'm assuming that it's
For
gonna
people
be
to
wider.
catch. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want
yeah.
to build one on the bottom and have people jump into it, fireman style.
They could try, or they could try climbing down. There's just gonna be a safety net.
Right, it's just
And
there.
maybe
It's there
falling-
just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I feel like it's if you're falling from higher up, like with
Then the
physics,
impact
it's just
is
gonna be like more chances that the web is gonna drop. But at least there's a chance for it to hold long enough.
To catch you. Yeah, there is a chance.
Yeah. She's just like, I really don't want to do this because I don't like this form. And so she starts shifting into this thing.
Monster spider.
And yeah. Very comfortably. like changing and stuff, and kind of like I can take one person with me down.
Perhaps you should go with her. Looks at Glyph.
Glyph's just like,
She's probably gonna be your safest bet right now. Just remember it's Adra and not actually a giant spider.
he's just
Sad screeches.
he is just petrified. It's like, oh, okay,
I'm gonna give him a
okay.
pat on the shoulder. Just remember what I said last night.
Mm-hmm.
You got this.
She like reaches out one of her like
Ah!
paws, but no, not touching him, not touching him. For him to touch her, kind of like for him to get used to it, because she understands.
Yeah, he.
No, she's not arachnophobic, but
She doesn't
know.
like the form.
He's like, he does. Your fur is softer than I thought.
and I guess she kind of like scoots to the ground to lower so he can climb over.
Oh, he does. He does, and he's like, oh god. Ugh. Hold on, I gotta roll.
Perhaps we
Okay,
should.
natural 20'd on his fear charisma. Yeah, he climbs
Good
on.
job. Good job, buddy.
He does almost throw
Sorry.
up in how afraid he is, but you know,
No.
yeah, he's here we go. Yeah, happy. Here we go. Here we go.
Should
we
we
go.
strap him on so he doesn't accidentally fall off?
I used some of my paws to like hold him down.
Oh God. He's so afraid.
Seatbelt him in.
Look, it's a friendly spider. This one definitely won't bite you.
He's
Right.
like, why is my life this way?
Imagine being arachnophobic. Yeah, I can't imagine that. Definitely.
Oh man.
Yeah. So then she goes down.
Okay. Roll a acrobatics for me.
Spider climb. The spider can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down or ceiling, without needing to make an ability check.
Yep.
Man, if I
But
were
your DC is not for you.
okay.
It is for the boy.
Acrobatics. That's a
Or
22.
Okay, yeah, it's easy.
Athletics.
Either one works.
20.
But you
20 or 22. Yeah.
and even though he's like squirming and scared, you manage to hold him. For you, it's
That's
just walking.
I try to make appeasing, as cute as I can make it sound.
Cute spider noises.
Oh Lord.
I don't know how their like shells can like rub. And that's how they can make squeaky noises. That's why.
Oh Lord. He's very afraid of you. Yeah, and Olvar's climbing down, and you can see him in the dark. He's actually like leaned on a ledge right now, smoking. And when he sees you, he looks down at the cigarette, looks up at you, puts it back in his mouth, and just starts climbing again. Just not gonna look. It's not going to look. It's going to keep climbing. Keep climbing. Okay, ethereal.
So there's a stipulation with this thing. It has to be in dim or darkness light. Yeah, dim or darkness. So he's going to, probably scare everyone by doing this at first, but he's just going to jump into the hole. And then as he begins to be encapsulated in the darkness, he's going to shift into a bat and just rest of the way down, just glide.
Okay. And Danriel.
She's just gonna climb.
Okay, roll in athletics.
Hell yeah. That's a 19 plus 5 for
Okay.
24.
I need the group to make a perception check.
Oh, good.
I have a question. Do I have any sort of advantage being a bat, having like echolocation in the darkness?
You can
On this
sure you
perception
can
check?
roll. I'll let you roll with advantage. It's fine.
All right.
The bad rolls were eventually gonna happen. I think I'll use my...
Hey, natural 20. Let's go.
Damn! I'm gonna use my inspiration that Sweet gifted me earlier via
Okay.
sub, so that I don't have that bad of a perception. Okay, well, 13. Better than the 5 I had earlier.
I give you 10.
Glad one of us got a nat 20 out of that. Of course, he's a bat right now, so he can't really communicate with us, but... And you're a spider, so I can't communicate with either of you right now.
Sorry, I'm just adjusting this map.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did I have enough time to build the web?
You do not when this occurs. Okay. There is the lower part of the tunnel that is just like a straight drop. So imagine with me this map I'm about to show you is a straight drop down. Okay?
Okay.
And so you are climbing on the walls. And there are sections that jut out, like giving a ledge inside this drop. There's a glow in the second part of the tunnel. What'd you guys get on that group check?
Oh, was it meant to be a group check?
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
10,
Perception.
20, and what
I got a
was that?
13. So...
What did Adra get?
33? 10.
10.
And you got 13?
I got a 13.
Then Adra got 10?
Mm-hmm.
43?
43?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice. You needed a 40.
Phew.
A 40 is high enough to know that your Cloak of the Bat is not going to work as soon as you hit these glowing ferns. It sheds bright light at the base of this tunnel, or towards the end of this tunnel. You pass through the darkness, which you've discovered is magical darkness, because none of this glow filters up into that main cavern. So it's enough. This is where you show up, right here. Okay. This is where you're at. You're on the walls. You have enough notice, Bill, that Ethereal can roll either an athletics or an acrobatics to grab the walls before he shifts into his regular form.
I think either or is similar. Let's see.
And then Adra.
We'll do athletics.
Oh, your Quaggoth is actually way further down than here.
I got a 15.
Okay, you managed to grab on and not plummet to your death. Make sure you can move your tokens around, please. Oh wait, Adra's the spider.
Yeah.
Let me give you access. You should be able to move the spider now. And have all of its information.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to make Ulvar a normal token. But he's on this ledge. Okay.
Wide.
Yeah. This is where the lot of you are. And in your climbing down, these ferns that are glowing begin to quake. And they begin to shift. And then all at once, Adra, in your spider form, you are attacked. What is your armor class?
14.
Freaking ferns.
Leaping out of the ferns, wielding sharpened stakes, are mushrooms. And they
Good.
and attack only the spider.
Only the spider. No.
Everybody roll initiatives.
No.
21.
Murphy, I love them.
Their language sounds sing-song and warbly, like they're speaking through a psychic kind of connection that hums. You also get the distinct feeling they're hungry. You also notice that there are no other spiders in this perfect spider hole.
Little mushroom people take out and eat the spiders. Oh my gosh.
These are myconids. And, yeah. Let me roll their initiatives.
Freaking myconids.
Can I shout at them? Taxation is theft.
You sure can. Okay, so, Olvar's first. And, well, these things, they actually are first. They strike you, Adra. One of them, your armor class is 14?
Yeah.
Okay, one of them misses, but the one that hits you does 9 points of piercing damage. And when it pulls the stake away, it licks it with this, like, long, fang-colored tongue, or fang-covered tongue. It reminds you of a mimic, but this is an organic creature. After tasting your flesh, it makes this... And then all the other myconids make the same sound. And a couple more pop out of the bushes, but they seem too small to attack. They are simply watching with hungry, bloody little eyeballs. Anyways, Olvar is gonna use an athletics to run across this ledge and leap here. Let's pray to God he rolls well, or he falls to his death. Okay, thank God. Phew, he makes it. And he's gonna attack this little mushroom with his fist. He's got disadvantage because he has to stay held on, and he misses it. Alright, Adra. You do not have disadvantage because it's easy for you to hold on in this tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Okay. My idea... Okay, I know there's this myconid. want to move a little bit. That's gonna cause a attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
If I want to shift, yeah. Okay, sure. I'm gonna shift, and I wanna. How do I do this?
It hits you for 8 points of piercing damage,
Uh-huh.
and then it eats whatever it takes out of your chitin, your hard outer shell, and
Mhm. I wanna make like a web against the wall where those two are, and kind of like, I don't know, trap them. If that makes sense. Because like the web is like from 30 to 60 feet long.
okay, so they
like,
got to make a
right?
strength as an action. Their strain target.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to roll to hit first. Looks like you have a +5 to hit.
Yeah. Okay, that's 16.
Okay, 16 hits them. So the two of them are restrained as you spit it, you shoot it forward, and they're like, wah! And they are wiggling, trying to get free. Their little legs are like stumpy little legs and arms. So let's see. That's 30 feet. You might also get Olvar. Oh no, you don't get Olvar. You just get them. Perfect. Anything else for your turn?
I guess that's my action, bro. Yeah,
Glib
'cause
is just
Yeah.
like screaming.
Ah!
Ah! Ah! Ah! Ah! Are you okay? They stabbed you! Mushrooms! What? Ah!
And it's this mushroom's turn. It's Myconid. Over here. Pops up out of its fern, comes rushing to you, and is gonna stab you. It critically fails. It misses. If you roll, it's your move.
good, because actually I don't
with-
have that much HP left on this fight.
With my my bonus action, I'm going to manifest my echo to be where's me? Oh, there we are. Right next to this little guy. And then I'm gonna have that echo attack.
Okay. Because it's restrained, you have advantage.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a melee
mean-
attack.
Well, I'm glad I had the advantage. Let's see if my unarmed strike has anything. Yeah, does 19 hit?
It does, yes.
Wonderful. And that is 1d6. Do 4 damage plus 4, so 8.
Okay, this
And
little
I'm going
creature
to-
is still up.
I'm gonna action surge and hit him again with the echo.
Okay. Now, because it's the echo, it doesn't have disadvantage to hit.
That's fine. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Wonderful. I'll take it. Another 4, so another 8, so 16 overall.
Okay. This little creature is flagging in strength considerably. It's stubby little legs and a monstrous flesh horror of a mouth have stopped moving as aggressively. Anything else for your turn?
No, but I have an idea for my next turn. It's
Okay.
a little fucked up, but yeah.
Okay. Noted. All right, Danriel. It's your move.
I see that there's one down here, but it hasn't done anything yet, right?
Yeah, it does. It hasn't had a turn.
Right.
but it looks just as flesh horror
But-
monster as the others.
Right.
Look, they're so cute.
It
on the
looks
map.
it looks just as hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. But what if I do things?
What if I kill it?
Well, I mean, I did think of that, but I was thinking more along the lines of much more hazardous things, but it probably doesn't understand me. I want to try and intimidate this one.
Okay.
Yeah, try and get it to just run away. You know what? I don't have a good way to do that. Never mind. I'm just gonna I'm gonna hold my action. Actually, she's.
Quite
I'm not
prepared.
gonna be honest. I want to jump over to this ledge. I want to jump down here. Everything in my barbarian bones wants to just jump down here and attack this one. It's like literally.
You could, but if you miss, you plummet to your death.
I know. That's the problem.
So
But I also have no idea what the athletics threshold is that I have to meet, so it's risky.
you could certainly try.
I can certainly try. Oh. Okay. Can't believe I'm doing this. I mean, I can, but I can't. I'm going to use my bonus action to rage. So I am in my beast form.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to leap down at this one. How big are they? Is it
They're like medium creatures,
on
dog size.
the smaller end of medium?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna jump at that one. She is aiming for, if they're trying to eat Adra, I'm gonna eat them.
Okay.
Yup. What do you want me to roll?
Athletics.
Okay, first. No dying, no dying, no dying, no dying. Okay, that's a 16 plus 5 for 21.
You make it. You do feel like your toes almost slip and make you stumble forward, but you wave your arms back. You let out an exhale. So you land here, right at the ledge.
Okay. I'm gonna try and bite attack this guy.
Okay. So that was your bonus action to do an athletics.
Oh, then I just have another bonus then. I don't have any other good bonuses then, so I'm gonna roar at it.
Okay.
Maybe I can intimidate it into leaving.
You can just regular attack without raging, unless you raged and then jumped.
I raged and then jumped.
Okay, so you've got one bonus action.
Because the idea was to have the claws available if I needed them. That's why I wanted to rage first. But yeah, so I just have a bonus
you can
action
take a
left.
You can take a offhand swing at it.
Yes. So that would just be like my strength bonus then, right? Minus the perfect. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll take a clawed swipe at it. 12?
12 does not hit.
Okay, that's fine. That's my round.
Okay. All right, this little shroom's turn. It disappears into to the ferns with a and then reappears in these ferns.
What the heck? They have little tunnels.
And it's gonna take a swing at you. What's your armor class?
That's a good question. 16.
Okay, it misses. All right, this little guy's turn here. He is going to attempt to break free. He rolled a 5 on the strength saving throw. He does not break free. This other little guy is trying to break free. Okay, let me see. This little guy got a 9 on the strength saving throw for the web. He does not break free.
If it only was one more.
Okay, Olvar's turn to attack, and he is attacking. He technically just gets one roll because his disadvantage and the restraint gives him advantage. Nice. So he hits. And he's just punching this thing in the head, and he does 8 points flat. He's just like, little fucking bastard! Stabbing Adra! She can't help the way she looks. Adra, it's your turn.
Judgmental hissing towards I wanna turn to like the little guy behind me, I guess.
Okay, let me color code them for you guys. I feel like that's really hard to see their colors. You kind of see those a little bit. Got little
Yes.
colored dots.
Yeah.
Okay. So Adra's gonna swing at red.
I want to try and bite him.
Oh, it's top of the round. Glyph is gonna heal you. Hold on. Oh my
Four?
god. He heals you 4 HP. You rolled a 1.
Better than none.
Wait, so I get 1 HP? Just 4. Okay. That's okay. I had 9, so wait, big math. Yeah, I wanna try and bite him. That's an 18 to hit.
Hits.
And it does. Okay, 1d8. 7 piercing.
Okay. And then is there poison damage as well?
He needs to make a Constitutional saving throw 11.
13? He got a 13.
Yeah, then if it half, then it's sorry. Wait. What is it? Why do they have 1? I'm stupid. Then 3 points of poison damage.
Nice, 10 total. Very good. He's swaying a little bit, looking a little bloody mushroom. Anything else for your turn?
No. Sorry, I'm just reading the conditions because. No. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just still stand here, like since they're attacking me. So. Oh no! Yeah. That's it. That's all I can do.
Okay. So, Red, you've just bitten, but he's looking at Danriel, who's attacked, and Purple has missed Danriel. The purple mushroom makes this clicking pop sound, and Red nods like they're communicating, and then they gang up on Danriel. Using their tongues and stakes. Okay, so Danriel, what's your armor class?
16.
Yeah! I hit you. I mean, oh.
Whatever.
9 points of piercing damage, but it's that horrific tongue that lashes out around your calf, taking a chunk, and then it.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm not gonna feel bad when I finally kill one of these guys.
All right, Ethereal. It's your move.
Hey, you said there were like small little baby ones.
Yeah, they're hidden in the ferns, watching.
I would like to see if I could
Eat their parents.
rummage through one of the ferns and just smash it against the wall.
Okay. Roll to hit armor class 10. And then it's an athletics check.
So that is 19 for the armor class.
That hits. Athletics check.
I'm gonna use the lone inspiration I have. Oh, so much better. Yeah, that's like 19 plus 25.
So you grab a handful of them, and they all make this really high-pitched sound, and you just smash them against the wall, and all of the larger mushrooms, their mouths open. They look at each other. And then they ferally scream.
Oh no.
I'm just.
Can I say anything to them?
You can. It's your turn. You can still.
Speaking is a free action.
I will murder all of your spawn one by one if you do not leave us alone. I will spread their blood across this cavern like my own personal collage of paint. Fuck off.
Roll and intimidate.
Hell yeah.
What's an 18 get me, Cotton?
Everyone has advantage to hit them now. They're afraid of you.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. They're all frightened. And the ferns are shaking, and all the little tiny ones have disappeared into the ferns. Right, Danriel. It's your move.
I'm not sorry, chat. This is do or die.
Just because the awkwardness of the position, I'm gonna use my tail to attack. Was it red or purple that actually bit me?
Red.
It was red, right? And red is also the one that bit Adra. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use my tail to attack red. Nice. That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
Hits. Now you are rolling with disadvantage, correct? Oh wait, you're on the ledge. So you have like a little bit of leeway.
Wait, I thought you said we had advantage this round because they're afraid. Is it just him? I thought it was all of us.
You all have advantage, but you have just one roll. Because but you're on the ledge, so technically you have advantage.
Okay,
so and Olvar.
I just rolled 1 because I thought I was at disadvantage, but then I was at advantage, so I just rolled the 1.
Perfect, you did it right.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I got a 21 to hit. Nice. Rolled max damage on the damage, so it's gonna be 11.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
I just skewer it and then like flick it off my tail down the hole.
Okay. This one like pisses foam.
And I give it the look like and then just say you're next.
Okay, it's this little guy's turn. It disappears into the fern.
Okay. Chat's on the side of the mushrooms.
Okay,
What
so
is
this
happening?
green, this mushroom, he's terrified. He tries to disappear. He's stuck in a web. This one's also terrified, stuck in a web. Let's roll their strengths. Oh, so green gets a 16, so green actually gets away. But yellow does not. And then it's Olvar's turn. And he rifles through the fern, grabs a handful of the little mushrooms, looks at them. Just eats a handful. And then, like, there's foam and, like, blue grease that kind of, like, drops down his mouth.
Oh.
And he...
Do not taste like we can actually eat them.
Good to know. Because I was going to eat him.
Adra, it's your turn. Olvar is like,
My tongue is going numb. My whole face is numb.
If she had proper irises, it would be rolling right now. But she's trying to bite the yellow one.
'Kay.
Do I get like an advantage because he's like?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's scared of you. So yes.
Nice. Okay, it's like 20 to hit, and then bite is so it's gonna be 4 piercing. Can he roll a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
11.
I got a 17.
Well,
I'll roll with
still-
disadvantage because he's scared. That's a 9.
Oh, okay. Then he gets full. That's an 8 poison.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
I'll kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Then I guess, because he's quite small in comparison to her, like one of her, like the fangy bits, like
Her pincers,
yeah, her pincers like pierce him, and then like
rip him in half.
yeah,
Okay.
there's just like grooming motion, like the cleaning.
The ferns cease glowing as these myconids completely retreat from the tunnel.
Get out of here.
To continue your descent, those of you that are climbing, it is a last athletics check.
Spider web to catch them. Spider web.
Okay.
I got an 18.
$24.
Let me roll for Olvar. Olvar got a 25. You all make it down. Let me grab a map. Give me just a moment. But I also need you guys to roll a perception for me.
Group or individual?
Individual this time.
Mm-hmm.
So just post in the dice box.
Wait, what are we rolling for?
Just a perception.
I'm glad inconsistency is the name of the game. That's a 4?
Ah. Sorry, I'm searching these maps.
You
For
are
the right one.
okay. Zero stress.
We get so far when there's only 3 of you. So far. It's crazy. So just good though.
It is pretty wild how much progress we do make sometimes. It's like, man, I think it's just, there's just, I don't know, we're just like, we go.
Mm-hmm. It's good though. Okay. All right, Adra, what'd you get on that perception?
25.
Okay, and Danriel?
I got a 22.
Each of you land comfortably. You end up using the spider web to slow the final descent as it opens up into this 100-foot ceiling, massive cave. Layers of what seems like shale-like flat rock make ledges all along the sides. Stalagmites and stalactites in this big open area. There are 5 different exits out of this cave. In the center of this cave, where you would expect from the pit drop there to be bones, ash, or any definition of the cruelty that happens to the bodies that are tossed therein, you find nothing. And what is most disturbing is that this huge cave feels particularly wild and untouched. You can go north, south, east, or west, or the fifth option, which is lower and deeper into the Underdark. Choice is yours.
Well, should we just pick a direction and go? What do you guys think?
Did Theo and our wyvern friend make it down safely?
Yep.
Okay, suppose now she starts like shifting back, like catching Glyph in her arms so she doesn't fall.
He's like, whew.
Is this much better?
Spiders are scary.
Yeah, here they are.
Glad you were on our side, though.
Can I try I'm trying to think if I shift into my werewolf form, will that give me like the sense advantage? Because I kind of want to sniff around a few of the like potential exits to kind of like, I don't know, whatever the draft brings in, what type of feeling I have more or less from the options. Because I'm not sure about going deeper. Because if this area is already, she says that out loud, because if this area is already untouched, then there's basically no reason for even deeper levels to be connected to the city. So we could kind of like end up in a dead end or something like that. I don't know. That's my initial thoughts, but
I also feel
I
like whatever
think-
it is down here. Living deeper? Oh. stereotyping and assuming.
I think you get the bonus to your Sniffy Whiffler, regardless.
Yeah, keen sense,
Mm-hmm.
hybrid form,
Yeah, I think you get it regardless.
hearing or smell. So like both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess like hear water, don't hear water down like those tunnels, but I'm trying to like focus on like each one of them, I guess. I guess trying to get closer to the one closest to us where we stand. Start checking.
Choice is yours. North, south, east, or west.
Let's start with north. Okay. Would that be perception or something else?
It would be a perception, but
Yes.
you have advantage with your keen sense.
I didn't roll that much on this one. Okay, north is gonna be 12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
Sniffs. Sniffs clear.
Okay. Okay, then east.
Okay. Roll it with advantage.
Mm-hmm. What are the 12?
Sniffs clear.
Oh, thank God. Okay. This one is 25. South one, yeah. No,
South.
one is
Okay.
yeah.
South has a peculiar heat about it. The passageway slopes down ever so slightly. How do I describe this smell? The smell is surprisingly clean and like rock has been heated to a very hot spring-like temperature. But there is no sound of water, and there isn't like a smell of sulfur that usually accompanies some hot springs. Just the smell of heat.
Mm-hmm. Okay, west. 18.
West, there is a hum, and it causes the hair on the back of your neck to lift in an uncomfortable sensation. This cave access feels like it's watching you.
I mean, just to be thorough, let's look at the one that goes down. Maybe there's birds chirping and heavenly song. Not 20.
Surprisingly, this narrow access point has an easy and well traversed trail.
Yeah.
You can hear the sound of water and the wilds. A wind. Very faint, but it whistles up out of the access. I would say, You have dark vision, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 60 feet.
1 second. Let me. Yeah. Are you gonna fuck 1 sec? Because I know I have it. What are the weapon tool language? Oh yeah, 60 feet. Sorry, I was like, didn't know where to find. Yeah, 60.
Nope, you're good. About 40 feet down, after this like little slope, there's really steep stairs, and you can see where pythons have been set with ropes strung between them. This is an often traversed depth.
She returns to the group. I was completely wrong. Actually, the safest one looks like to be the way down. Seems like someone has been actively using it.
Hmm.
There's
Interesting.
even a safety railing to go down.
Wonderful
She's
job, dog. The nose came in handy.
I will piss on you when you're asleep.
I will do the same whenever you sleep.
Oh my goodness. I suppose maybe we try that way then.
I mean, I describe like the north and east seems okay.
Seems clear.
Seems clear. South is hot. Smells hot. Doesn't smell like sulfur though, but just like heat. Still not sure about that. Like, heated rocks. And the west, we do not go to the west.
What's wrong with the West?
It hums and it looks like it looks back.
Oh, wonderful.
I don't really like that.
Yeah.
But perhaps west is their city. Drow magic is a dark one.
Mm.
But this down below,
I heard water too. So at the very least, we can have that.
So someone or something goes down there frequently, it sounds like.
Something that uses stairs. There are stairs carved.
Well, I mean, push comes to shove, we can go down and scope it out, and if we don't like what we see, we can always come back and go another way.
Mm-hmm.
So I take it the road most traveled by others is our option.
Well, I'm just curious that there even is a road most traveled down here.
Makes you
Looks
wonder.
like
Makes me wonder
looks
who
like
lives down here.
Liz or a secret getaway.
Like, is it our enemies, or is it someone living right beneath the noses of our enemies?
I mean,
Well,
maybe once we get to the bottom there, I could try and smell if it's something familiar.
I'm curious
Yes.
enough not to leave it, especially since it seems to be traveled, because I wouldn't want to leave a traveled road behind me, say.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
You
there's...
guys head down?
Sure.
I guess that's the consensus
Hmm.
we've reached.
Okay.
I help Glyph just in case, like if he needs to, like, I don't know, hold a hand or
He will walk really close behind you. I need. Actually, what's everyone's passive? I think your guys' passives are high enough.
16.
Which passive?
Perception.
13.
Okay.
12.
Yeah.
Still
Each of you
16.
high enough to hear. 3 hours down into the depths.
Damn.
You hit hand wrought stairs the entire way. Occasionally they ease off, but they mark your path. Occasionally there are pythons that act as ledges, handrails on this trail. You see amazing caves that glow with a faint blue ambience. The stalactites slick with steam that rises from vents far below. And like you're passing through the mines of Moria, only more natural, you tiptoe your way deeper. There are tunnels that branch out, but many of them you hear are occupied by wildlife, things that hiss and skitter and that are quite large. Finally, when you get to the bottom, there is a brook. And someone is humming. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Yeah.
I was about to be like,
Knew it.
I was about to ask, humming pleasantly or ominously? like,
We avoided one humming.
like, or
But
like,
the party does trek the length of this well-wrought trail. And it is a 3-hour hike into the wild dark.
oh boy, here we
Mhm.
go.
But the beauty of it is there's a 3-hour track back up.
Is that the beauty of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's marked. You're not...
I mean, that is
There's
nice.
no- There's no getting lost unless the pythons were put there to trap you in the first place.
Part of me is just like,
Wouldn't
modern
that
Dark
be wild?
looks at watch. Gotta get my steps in, I guess.
Oh man. Well, thank you, Dolly,
Yeah.
for such a always a great time in this session.